All righty. Are we live? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I think it's live. Oh, there it is. This is beautiful. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching this, this is a live watch list. So, given the holidays, where usually we post a video here. We're about to go over what happened in the market today. We're going to go over a couple of plays, and now we are live and direct right here. So I'm going to be able to answer a couple of y'all's questions. But if you're watching the recap, go to the live channel, youtube.com/the stock market. We will be live tomorrow, even though it's the holidays, even though everybody's gone home already. We could look at the futures a little bit. Market's crazy, man. Market's crazy, but hopefully we see you there. But we're doing this live for a little bit, so if you are watching the recap, I guarantee you there will be some information. And, we got to talk about the final week, man. That's exactly what we are dealing with, the final week of 2022, heading into 2023. And I'm very stoked, but there's a little bit of things we could talk about, especially after today. So good evening, good morning. I don't know when you're watching this, and hopefully you're going to have to deal with a little bit of banter and side commentary since this is live, baby. So I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you guys think about this being live. And after New Year's, we will return to our normal schedule of posting videos, unless you guys just love all. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all just love the live stream. But good evening, Chattadonia. What's up, Chris Heim? What's up, John Nembrana, Samuel C.? Oh, let Tesla burn. Oh, man, you don't. I'm going to go. We're going to have to go over my play on there, bro. Down $11,000. What do you say? What you say? I don't know what you said, bro. That's good evening, baby. Absolute madness, baby. What's up, man? Are you live right now? If you're live, let me know. Say what's up, Chad. Come on, tell me that you're live right now. It's the evening. It's 9 o'clock for some of y'all. It's 6 p.m. on the West Coast. So this is what I was talking about. If you're watching the recap, if you don't know how we get down at the chat, bro, we have an awesome community here, and we get hyped, bro. So good evening. What's up, baby? Oh, good morning, Flav. What a trade. Mr. Bliss. How you living? Oh, what's up, Luke? Oh, the chat going crazy. Simon, Nick Bowen, CG Trades, Eric, Leslie, Paul Lopez, Super Takeoff. Good evening, baby. I love to see you, man. Let me know you here. Are you here, man? So if you've never had a live watch list, man, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. I can't edit anything, and depending on your comments, you might throw me off here a little bit, but I do have a whole list that I need to get to, so we're going to go over the keys. I have everything for you. We're going to cover some of the plays, believe it or not. One thing I will start off here, man, this is going to be a very slow week, so there's a couple of things we're going to discuss here, but I strongly encourage you guys to be cautious and to be careful. I even got a cool, pretty picture. Oh, man, if you didn't see this on stream today, you are going to want to see this one. This is a very, very cool, pretty picture. I'm telling you. So we're going to get into it, but Chad, I'm glad that you are here. Good evening, but let's start with what happened today. So literally, it was nothing. It looks like a lot, but not really. Surprisingly, at one point, the NASDAQ was down about 1.5%, and that was pretty wild if you think about it. But the thing is, like I'm saying, for this holiday season, all of the action should go down by New Year's, and I have this in the keys, so we're going to talk about it a little bit. But one thing I brought up today, and I don't know how tomorrow's going to play out, but if you take a look, this was Friday where we had to deal with the PCE as well as the consumer sentiment, and that data was very confusing. So remember, we've been talking about this a lot. Economic data has been very, very important. So until we get that economic data, it's very hard to find conviction. And that's kind of something we noticed on Friday, because the data, it really wasn't giving us much. But you'll notice you had a big drop on Friday and a big pop. Guess what? That's how we opened up today. You had a big drop. You came back up. The timing of it was perfect. But up until like 11 o'clock, it was pretty much the same day. And instead of going up, you kind of ended a little bit down. Now, let me go to the futures here a little bit. And you'll see, even if I go on the pre-market for today, believe it or not, this was pre-market. So we were actually up in the morning, and the news had to do with China. So that was the big thing. And even coming into tomorrow now, like even the Hang Seng right now, their futures are up. And that is the thing people are talking about, because China, they scrapped a lot of the travel requirements and all of that other stuff. So that is a big deal coming into tomorrow. And this is what we're going to have to deal with. But this is kind of the borderline recap. It's slow. It's holiday season. You got to watch out for China a little bit. And now, to get to your first key, man, bro, what is going to happen this week? So I told you, I'm hyped about it, Chad. You still hyped? I'm still hyped on it. I just hope you realize we still have some data this week. However, it is not going to be the most important data. So the first thing I will start with to tell you is that you have pending home sales tomorrow. So actually, let me pull it up here. Here's your economic calendar for the rest of the week. So this is the data that we got today. You had the trade balance, you had wholesale inventories, even real estate prices, believe it or not, it didn't drop too much, which was surprising. Dallas Fed came in pretty garbage, but again, the reactions were minimal. Until we get the big data coming in till New Year's, I don't know if data is going to move things. So tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, nothing pre-market. About 30 minutes after the bell tomorrow, you're going to be getting the Richmond Fed. We have seen big reactions to this, and it could be a little bit confusing, but now pending home sales, both month over month and year over year. So why I'm bringing this up, I want to give it a focus, but I don't want to go too crazy. And what I mean by that is just simply last time we had pending home sales, there was a big reaction. So if there is bad pending home sales, that will be a positive reaction tomorrow. If it is good pending home sales, that will most likely be negative. But just approach with caution because it is the end of the year. Again, it's the final week of 2022, man. But at the end of the day, it is going to be something where we'll see the market's mood. You know, we're going to see how people take it and everything else. But now this is what I want you to not forget. Thursday, you are going to be getting the jobless claims. So this right here, tomorrow, lightweight data, but jobless claims, continuous claims, this will have the potential to move markets on Thursday. So I think tomorrow will be a warm-up depending on how we move. Again, if we are going to get any action this week, it's supposed to be slow. We'll see what happens, but Thursday, the jobless claims, it's expected to come in at 225. Pretty much the same amount that has been happening every single week. Remember, this data comes out weekly, believe it or not, so it's important, but not really. And then continuing claims. I can't edit that one out. I can't do it. I know it is live, bro. It is live. I know. But simply, jobs are important. That's it. Jobs, rates, anything of that nature, inflation, that is what people are looking for. So again, tomorrow, pending home sales and all that will be important, but the real action is going to be happening on Thursday, okay? But I have this right here. Do not get tricked, okay? So seriously, I didn't even make any trades today. We're going to go over the plays when we get into there, but just like for real, after Friday, that was a S show. I don't know. Can I cuss live? I don't know. I'm going to keep it clean for y'all. But at the end of the day, it was really, really nasty on last Friday, even though we had big data. So just watch out for that and just don't get tricked tomorrow. Don't force it. I mean, if it's an easy read and we're able to go off the data, we are. But yeah, play defense. Honestly, stay on your feet, baby. Hey, man, Roy. Tell her, bro. Nah, but for real, play defense. I mean, it could be a pump fake on the data. That's what we were seeing even on Friday. If the data is too much in line, then don't jump at anything, even for the jobless claims. I'm telling you, unless it is a big beat or a big miss, I would be very careful trying to trade the data up until we enter into the new year. Y'all with me? Is everybody on the same page with that? I need y'all. Is everybody there? Before I get to the second key, are you cool with that? Do you get it? Defense. Defense. Let's go. I need Roy Ken on defense. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. Roy Ken. Roy, that's it. Big beat, play the data. Big miss, play the data. Anything else, I mean, just have fun spectating a little bit. Again, it doesn't mean there won't be any plays, but, you know, given what you've witnessed over the last couple of months, we've had a lot of awesome plays based on the data moves, but just after Friday and everything else, you know, don't force it. There you go. They get it, baby. Defense. I love it. I love it. God bless you, Chad. Amen. So that is key number one. Coming into key number two now. Oh, did I already skip it? No. So this is something I want you to realize. This year already has been the worst performance percentage-wise since 2008, but one of the worst declining years since 1931 and 1979. So now I'm honored. This takes us now to our excellent, pretty picture of the day. We showed this on stream. Let me see. I got to get it up here. You can see the dates a little bit, but what this chart is showing you is that, yeah, you know, we dropped about, I think we're down like 20-25% on the S&P this year. We're still pretty low even after the bounce, but this is important. What I'm going to say next, I'm going to get to the kicker here, but just to start off, just don't underestimate what you have gone through this year. I hope you guys realize we are ending the year, man. It's very, very bittersweet, but this year, only other times you've had this amount of days declining. So out of all of the trading days, this is the hit index or hit ratio, and what it's showing you is the percentage of red days days in a year of the trading days. The last time this happened was 1979, and then 1931, and then a little bit around 1940. This doesn't happen too often. You have already gone through a crazy year, and why I'm bringing this up, this is something that we talked about earlier today. If you've watched over the years, man, thank you guys for all of the support. I love y'all, and I hope I see you on stream tomorrow, man, but we've said this so many times. Usually, how you begin the year is how you end it. And that happened, again, every single year. Just take a look. You'll see the kind of melt up in volatility. That first month and a half of the year is usually how you end the year. So just take a look. We started the year high off of a little bounce off of volatility, and then we dumped really, really hard. You could kind of argue that's the same way here. And this is why I'm bringing this up, because I am in a very, very weird position. And what I mean by that, it's going to have to take you into key number 2. I just want you to understand there is weird moves by the end of the year, and you would be surprised what a calendar shift can do as we get into January, because, again, January is right around the corner, Chad. So I hope you're ready for it, but this is what I want you to understand. I really believe the next few days will be awkward. They should be awkward. It should be like today. Again, if you haven't caught the theme of what I've been showing you, again, just take a look at the SPX today, and like we said with how it played out, these are lower volume days. The volume is lower. It should be messing with you. It's trading pretty much. I don't think we should go lower than 3,800, which is kind of where we went a little bit lower the last couple days, and then we shouldn't go higher than 3,900. Again, something around that time happened last year, December 27th and 28th. Take a look. We sold off coming into Christmas. Day after Christmas, you kind of held up here a little bit, and then you did nothing up until January hit. So I hope you guys get this, because like I'm saying, it should be a little bit awkward, and I don't think we should move too much looking at, how it's played out over the last couple of months. But one thing I will say at the same time, I do think we should be a lot lower. And what I mean by that, again, if this is reflecting how the last year ended, we were dumping a little bit lower. Again, that is what the beginning of the year showed. Again, looking at China and kind of how China has led the way, we brought that up earlier. If you haven't heard me say this, I believe China is about 1 year ahead of us. So it's kind of a weird concept. I take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't have to go dollar for dollar, but you'll notice, tell me this year, 2021 of China does not look like our 2022, but we're like stuck right here, aka we could be a little bit lower. So I don't know what the data is going to bring. I'm prepared if we do go a little bit lower. Otherwise, I'm expecting the big moves to happen as we enter the new year. But the next couple of days, they may very well be awkward, Chadadonia. So hopefully that helps you out. Those are my main keys, Chadadonia. But let us get into the play. So it's that time. How you feeling? Are you still with me? Did you fall asleep, Chadadonia? You like the plays. I didn't even make a play today, man. Here, I'm going to start with my plays. We'll go to my holdings in a little bit. I'll start with the play. Just tell me you're awake. I'll show you. I closed out my Ethereum, the mini short, while I'm still holding the big short. That's all I did. I played defense today. I said I'm stretching a little bit. You here, right? Okay, you here with me? I feeling good. You stretching a little bit? It's only been like, 10 minutes? I don't even think you need it. It's been like 6 minutes or so. I don't even know how many minutes. It's been 13 minutes. Wow. Time flies when you're with the call, baby. Amen. Amen. We here, baby. We live. So I didn't really do much today. I'll go over a couple of the plays with you, and you'll see what I'm holding here after this. But as far as what I'm going to be watching, listen, I think it's going to be awkward. I think if there is going to be a wild event, we could definitely go a little bit lower. But other than that, man, I'm just going to keep my eye on China and Japan plays. Again, even actually after hours here today, right before I started this live, there was Bank of Japan news that they're doing unscheduled bond buying. So that's kind of the update from the last time. Remember, it was just last week that Japan was like, hey, we're going to mess everything up before the holidays. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what I'll be watching, we have plays on Yang and JD, but I really think this is where the most action is going to be. It's either going to be in the yen. Don't forget what happened the last couple of weeks. China, the reopening news. There's a lot of sympathy plays. There's even Win, AMD, and all of that. But what does that mean is pretty much I'm not expecting much. So it's like if anything in the United States right now, I think people are reacting to what is going on, tax losses, value rotation, all of that. If there's going to be any market-moving news or individual plays that could cause a lot of reaction, if I am going to make a play, I feel like it's going to be China or Japan. So keep that in mind. If you're confused on the bond buying thing, don't worry about it too much yet. We do have an older video. If someone tag your homeboy in there, man. He needs help. Get him with it. Get him with it. But overall, if you're looking for any big plays, news-driven plays, then that's it. Oh, little bio play. Look at you, CG Trade. Are you ready? You already saw ahead. You already saw ahead, bro. I probably went a little lower, but baby, play number 2. I have a lot of plays for you, actually. Kala, CHRX, TGTX, and Biogen. If you don't know what any of these are the biotech plays. So, like I'm saying, I'm not trying to play anything this week. I don't want to get tricked. If there's a huge data beat, then I'm going in, baby. Then that could be a good one. But the biotechs, man. Kala, after hours, they got FDA approval, so this one is already up 50%. CHRS, this was the play I played last week. They were supposed to have a PDUFA. Actually, the news came out today that they were not allowed to... what's it called? They weren't apparently they're doing a partnership with like a medical firm in China, and they weren't able to inspect it because of COVID. So that play kind of is down a little bit. They're submitting a new application, but that play's clapped. I'm still holding it, but now here's the best one. TGTX, December 28th, they have a PDUFA action, and then Biogen also has a PDUFA action with a European drug that they're partnering with, but you can't trade the European drug. So what I'm trying to tell you, tomorrow, Kala, they had FDA approval. We'll see what happens. CHRS, going to be a dead play, and I'm bringing this one up to show you these plays are gambles, and it's hit or miss. So, listen, I'm not trying to give you secret sauce. The only secret sauce I could give you is the date. PDUFA is a Prescription Drug User-Free Act. It's pretty much like an FDA approval. That's the simple way. We have an old biotech video if you want to check it out. But simply... watch out for it, but this, I want you to understand, it's hit or miss. We've hit a lot of biotechs. I've also been clapped on a lot of biotechs. What I'm trying to tell you is that, hey, if there is no data able to move the market tomorrow, these may be a focus for a lot of traders and people getting interested in it. So watch out for that. Keep that one in mind. Then TGTX, this is one tomorrow, or I think December 28th. Yeah, tomorrow. So it might come out pre-market or post-market. They have an event, and then Biogen on December 29th. So if anything, keep your eyes out for this, but this could be some action here, but you know the vibes. I'm just saying, be careful of them all. Okay, thank you for the video. Thank you for being here, man. It's the real Colton. Stop playing with me. Good evening. Good evening, baby. You know the vibe. Seriously, though, and I mean it like 100%, where it's like, hey, I don't want to get trapped on any plays. Biotechs are great. I hope you've seen the reality. Listen, man, I just want you to like the video and tell a friend. I'm not selling you a biotech course. I'm not selling you a trading course. It's free 99. I just want you to understand it's like, hey, it's going to be hit or miss. So with that being said, go small, play it small, or don't play it at all. I can make that a song. We can make that play it small, play it at all. Okay, and let me get to play number 3. You already know. Y'all cheated. Y'all were paying way too much. You're not cheaters. Y'all just paid mad attention. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Amen? Amen. But Boeing, man, I love it. I love this. I talked about it all day. I hope you can respect it because, like I'm saying, there's a couple of plays that got me itching, and I wish I did this with Tesla. We're going to go over that here in a little bit, but Boeing, man, if anything, I'm going to keep my eye on this. I have no play on it. Remember, we flipped it all the way up. I made a lot of money on Boeing in the last couple of weeks here. It's been great. I love it. I love what they've been doing, but I don't have a play on it right now, and really, I just think it could be a great straddle. So literally, it drops $20 to $170. That's like this. That's like the little support level. Yeah, it's like Tesla, but I didn't execute right on the Tesla. But the straddle idea would have worked. But you got to fight the market a little bit. You got to have a little bit of cojones, man, a cojones. So honestly, it's not going to be an easy play. But really, the way I'm looking at it is 170 all the way up to 200. And if it goes above 200, I think 205. 210, but pretty much I think you got $20 to the downside, probably another $10, $15 to the upside. If Boeing goes above 200, people get crazy. If it rejects and sells off, and then come January, it's been a leader. If people sell that one off after value, it could be a little interesting, man. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I have no play, so if anything is going to tempt me coming into the new year, it's probably going to be Boeing. So we'll see. He's everywhere. Boeing. Okay, anyone? All right, perfect. But Chattadonia, those are the main plays. Like I said, as far as what I'm holding, we got a bunch of the other plays here. I'm going to be watching the yen a lot, and maybe that's something, this could be an honorary play. Like I said, though, Japan stuff is going to be key. I hope you listened and didn't FOMO into the yen after that, because now you get this 50% off, Habibi. Look at that. 50% of the rally, 5 days later, 50% of the rally. Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. So we will see what happens. We will see. Christmas rally, I don't know. It just depends on the data. All I know, and I didn't even mention that to you. Let me go back to the keys, bro. I'm glad you brought it up. I was telling you about the statistics. It's been a wild year already. But do you realize January is a crazy month for stocks? I hope you guys realize that. January is one of the craziest months. Believe it or not, January is like, it's 50-50, and then if you exclude certain aspects, it's usually a very weak month in a weird way. If it's not a home run, and if January does not rip your face off and give you Santa Claus, it's a very, very weird month, but there's going to be a lot of volatility. So I don't care about Santa anymore. It's New Year's, bro. I'm trying to turn up on New, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's good. Thank you for the gift, Santa. Let's go. Okay, anyways, but the whole idea here is that January is going to be fire. So that's why it's like, listen, don't get trapped on anything. Don't force it. And let's see what it brings. But I don't know. I think Christmas rally, if anything, it might happen now. It might not. If it happens, that's a blessing. But like I'm saying, we have these factors. Watch China, especially Japan. And then before you know it, the story of January is probably going to be earnings. So we will see what happens. But don't forget about the yen. That's an honorary play. Now I'll go to some of the top holdings. Can I start with my sad $11,000 loss on Tesla? Holy crap, bro. That wasn't supposed to happen. So I was swinging Tesla, if you didn't know. I was just a young boy. You know, I started with 100 shares after I think I made money on the short and the upside. And I was like, let me grab 100 shares at 144 or at 167. And then it dropped $30. I said, oh my gosh, how'd they do that to Elon? And then remember, I told you the straddle level. So here was my plan with the straddle. I added another 100 shares at the straddle price. And I was like, okay, let me wait a day, or let me wait throughout the day. I was like, listen, if it bounces, then I'm going to just buy the put, because I don't want the put premiums were just going crazy. But guess what? That shit didn't happen. No, it's not even, it just didn't happen. I don't know if y'all feel me on that. That shit didn't happen. Do you know what that's like? I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like you thought like somebody was going to call you back, or you thought like I don't know. It felt like I was buying the Mega Millions ticket, and I thought it didn't happen, bro. No, that's not a future, bro. I'm down on the 8,000 on the ES. That's fine with me. That's why I'm pissed at this one, because that's a future. Tesla's moving like a future. But anyways, man, it's all good. So now I'm going to probably swing that here for a little longer. I mean, if I want to take the tax loss, but by tomorrow I can. But then I just can't buy back for a year. But then I flipped it so many times, so I don't know how it's even going to show up on my damn taxes. It's probably already a wash sale. So if anything, I'm gonna hold it here for a little bit. The idea would get a good straddle play. So I'm going to wait for a bounce here, but we in there like swimwear. That's all good, baby. But that's that big one. I have the Yang plays up because remember I added I think I added only 80 shares of JD on this one. I was supposed to go with 100 that one time, but I started a little bit smaller. But remember, I still have downside China plays. This is an ETF, so still holding that. Again, China's been good with some of the news, but I want to see how that one plays out. We got a little bit of JD. Here's that CHRS biotech. Again, I only bought 100 shares. It's still $174 loss, but again, if you bought in with a bigger amount, I believe it's already gone down like 30-40%. So that's what happens with biotech land. If it doesn't hit, you get clapped. So that's why I go with 100 shares, keep it small. I mean, it's never going to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But that is one that I'm holding there, and I wanted to show you that one. The bond play also clapped me since Japan. I went from up like 4,000 to down 9,000. So honestly, these three plays, they've cut into some of the gains that I took here the last day, but these two are going to be longer term. Tesla is just like going through puberty. It's awkward. I don't know how to explain it. I felt like it's armpit hair, but now my voice is cracking. It's a long story, but my average is 144. Just not that bad in the sense that it wasn't bad yesterday, but it keeps dropping 10%. I'm still short on Ethereum, and I like that play as well too. And then I think that's it. Qualcomm kind of came back to life. And then everything else is just any of the other plays. PRVB, that play's been killing it, so don't forget about that. I still got like old Micron shares, old TSM. The Boyle and UNG and Disney and the old ones from Apple too. That one's killing me too. But these are plays I plan to hold throughout. And honestly, I have a lot of upside. So let me give you a quick plan with it because a lot of people are saying, why are you holding this? One, the bonds are related to everything for next year. The bond is related to the yen play. And don't forget, I don't have them up here, but I don't see them as important. I know you see a lot of losses, but we still have the yen. It gave back some of the gains. Again, we were up $4,000 and it came back. But then I even have the pound, and I think that one's holding up an additional 2,500. So it's pretty simple there. It's good, not too bad, but what I'm looking for coming into all of this, man, the whole idea with any of these downside plays, I have a lot of upside. Once I get data to confirm whether or not we are going to flush or run up, my plan is to really use the upside to kind of hedge a couple of the shorts there and be able to add and ride it throughout. So either way, it's been a very, very good year. I cannot complain. We're going to see what happens, and that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much going to be it, man. So Chattadonia, that is your watch list. But the best part is, man, you're live. Are you still here right now? I see y'all. I see y'all in the chat. Some of y'all clowning me about my 80K. It's okay. We're still up on the year, bro. We did very good. Now, remember, this account has been this is my tax loss bank. Anything I didn't sell, I got to wait for a little bit. So, amen. Amen, baby. Amen. But what you got for me? If you have questions, it's live. Even if you want to beef a little bit, I'm not going to beef with you. I'm going to just tell you, let's prepare for the year, bro, and let's have a lot of fun, and let's do good. But what you got for me, Chad? Is there any pressing questions now before we get into the ending? I gotta eat more of my ravioli. Did you see my Instagram? Go to my Instagram. You're going to see my dinner, bro. I got some nice lobster ravioli, bro. New uncle, I could probably get you an uncle freestyle. There's some good ones though. There's some good ones, bro. I think you've heard one of them. I could give you one. Let me see. Any other questions though? Any questions about tomorrow? Anything we covered? Again, China news is going to be important. Watch any China sympathies. A little bit of updates out of Japan, and then really just pay attention there to the jobless claims on Thursday, and then tomorrow you have pending home sales that could also move some things. What you got, bro? But is there any other questions until I find you this uncle? I'll get you one. But there's a good one. I could give you a little leak since you're here. You've heard it, though. You've heard a little bit. This one's fire, bro. Nah.
This should be your motivation. Balance growth and values. I ain't talking about it. Stop rotation. Price is going up. But that ego also got inflation. Told you it was tough, but it's different when you finally face it. Take it.
Oh, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. Stop it. He said balance growth and values. I ain't talking about a stock rotation. Whew. What did he say? He said prices going up, but that ego also got inflation. Told you it was tough, but it's different when you finally face it. Take it. All right, now what questions? Stock questions, anything. Let me help, Chad. Let me help, man. I know I'm going to see you in the morning, bro. I'm going to eat my dinner and watch me some Ted Lasso. What you got, though? Anything? UNG plan, wait. Again, I mean, our last purchase was in October, which kind of blows my mind. But I'm still holding it. I don't like holding Boyle that long because it's like a levered ETF. But until the weather starts making it react, I want to hold it. Otherwise, I'm cool with kind of riding it down. I think we've already taken a majority of the beating already. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like it's playing at the poker table. I don't have much more to lose on it, I don't think. But either way, we'll play it out with some time there. And that's just it. So haven't made a purchase since October. I'm ready to average down at the right time. But I want to be able to see sensitivity. That's what we answered on the last watch list too. It's good. 13 F filings. I think that'll occur around January. And then again, one thing I said today, just keep in mind, you have earnings season along the way, man. So I think in like, a couple of days, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but end of January, middle of January, you're going to get a lot. Amazon for the long term, I really like, but I want it a little bit lower. Again, y'all know me. I'm bargain bin Sandy. I don't know. Is there anybody? Is there bargain bin? Like, honestly, man, I belong in a thrift shop, man. I'm like, what's his name? It's not Post Malone. Who's the dude who? How come we forgot about thrift shop rapper? What was his name? He's like, nah. I forgot that whole song. You know exactly. That was an era too, man. But what's his name, bro? The fuck is that? Excuse me, Macklemore. Yeah. I want to be like Macklemore. Excuse my language, sir. But yeah, Bargain Bin Macklemore. Yeah, you say his real name is Clarence. Yeah, I totally forgot. What happened to Macklemore, man? Never mind. That's like Carvana, I feel like sometimes. But it's like I like this price a lot, but I really think you get me that where you started 2018, a little bit at the lower levels. I like the $70 to low $60. That's where I'm at. That's where I would not be opposed to it. But again, I mean, January is going to be exciting, and I think we'll find out from there. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Bargain Bin Blanco. There, now you talking, baby. But Blanco makes good music. He's not Bargain Bin. He's very boozy. Yes, but what else we got, Chad? Anything else? Do I think the Black Swan is that the Bank of Japan is afraid of? I don't think I think they know what's going on. I think that's it. I think this whole environment is kind of a black swan. Like I said earlier today, it's just like if you really take a look at what happened this year, man, it's very surreal. I mean, I think it's a blessing that we've got to learn so much, but you better keep your damn helmet on, and anything could happen, Like, I'm preparing for the worst, but at the same time, like, I'll accept the best, and I'm totally cool if it chills out. But it's like, if you look at the market, we have already crashed. The only thing difference between us and a crash right now is there's been no bankruptcies and there's been no bad earnings and then no big giant job losses. That's it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, if you look at assets, the amount of real estate sales, the amount of commodities that have dropped in value, like, you could go down the damn list. Everything that is characteristic of either a giant recession or low-key a very large collapse in sentiment, everything except for bankruptcies, job losses, and awful, Grim Reaper earnings across the board, that is yet to happen. So maybe that's what we see in January. But other than that, I just think the Bank of Japan is preparing like everybody else. I think, the message that the central banks have been saying that I really believe, all of them have been saying just very, very simple. They've been saying what? They've been saying, hey, listen, we won't move until we're confident. And they don't care. The data's not. They said the data's going to make them confident, but I don't believe them. I think they want to be confident that there is not going to be a liquidity crisis, and they want to be confident that there is a liquidity crisis so that they all know to cut rates. And honestly, to go right now and gain as much ammo as you can from your central bank or from your interest rates, I think that's one of the smartest things you could do. So I think Bank of Japan's weird, bro, and how they've been working with kind of following, Powell, and that little event last week is crazy. That's one thing, again, like I'm saying here, and like we've already brought up, man, it's just like, if there's going to be any action, man, it's going to be Japan or China. And just don't forget about that. Otherwise, wait till the beginning of the year, and then we see how everything goes crazy from there. So we will see what happens. I'm still in my Tesla shares. We already covered that one there. Is there any other ones? I don't have TLT plays, but I have bond plays, bond futures. You could say that's kind of equivalent, but again, timing is going to be the difficult one on that one. Anything else? A lot of higher oil expectations. Well, it's because once they cut rates, well, you know what I'm saying? So, like, imagine if you believe that they're going to cut rates in the next 12 months or 24 months, oil should go up. Again, commodities should benefit, but now they're not. And honestly, in a weird way, the demand destruction is leading commodities. So I'm not opposed to it. That's why I'm still holding UNG. I'm saying we got caught in a weird middle and we got to wait for it, but it's not as if that upside for oil does not exist. And that's what I think is very, very important. No, easy go. I took for a tax loss. I've taken a lot of tax losses. Again, we're still I'll show you on Friday where the account's at, but we ended up doing good this year. Again, some of those losses were from 2020 to 2021, even 2022, but I got to take those losses. So I've cleared most of any big losing plays. I think I'm still holding my Roblo shares, a little bit of Airbnb, and then now throw on another 20K between UNG and the fucking Tesla, but it's been very, very good. So either way, anything else, but I've taken a lot of losses. I have some remaining losses that I need to harvest, but I may not, and I might just save them for next year. And, God willing, we do a little bit better. We'll see what happens. Let's go, baby. Inflation goes negative next year because CPI. What are they going to do in January? Will that make the Fed cut? I don't think they will cut, but I think the market would get a little bit excited for a little bit. But then realistically, what I could see happening is just simply imagine this scenario with me. All right, man. Welcome to. It feels like Friday night, but it's only Tuesday night, man. But it's the last week of the year. I'm gonna start grunting like I'm Roy Kent. If you know, you know. I'm just going, Nah. Check me out. Maybe even not pause, bro. Maybe no, just check me out on this. Ready? Imagine the world and we like freak out over inflation data, right? Imagine we freak out over inflation data. We spent this a whole year, just pooping our pants about it, right? And then all of a sudden, like inflation stops going up, and then the market stops going crazy, and then all of a sudden, earnings black swan. Boom. That's it. And then now, right when inflation stops going up and mother effers are like, yeah, and the market goes up, boom, everybody starts lowering guidance 30%. They start warning about China and European growth. And then boom, back to back. And then we start getting more of the economic data. And now the earnings season is bad. And now they start looking at the Fed manufacturer and they're like, wait a minute, hold on. Then they're like, inflation's down. But now we have real evidence of the economic data doing bad. And then Japan just... That's the ticking time. Well, anyway, so yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's what I could see happening. But if anything, if inflation data is good, the next step is pause and then cut. But I don't know. I think the only way Powell cuts is if that's the only way he cuts until it's 2024. That's it. That's all I could think about. So we'll see, but that's kind of my take on it. That's why I'm with anything, man. And honestly, regardless, I don't get too excited. I know some of y'all, and I honestly, it's an honor that you actually listen and that you guys, take some of these theories to heart because I do believe in them. I wouldn't share them with you if I didn't, but like I'm saying though, it's like, dude, let's be real. 2022, man, everybody was caught on their ass. We got a lot of stuff right, and we had to, match it up with the vehicle that we were playing to make sure we profited off of it. But when it's all said and done, bro, I really think we are entering in the final arena, and what I mean by that is not that the world's going to end, and even if it did, I believe in Jesus. But what I'm trying to tell you is that, just think about it for a second. It's just this is going to be a big arena. This is the final. Dude, this is the championship. Next year will be the championship because if we could get through another year and it feels like this where, yeah, we go down, but nothing has snapped yet, then we're safe. We're fine. Everything's going to, wallah, habibi, wallah, this is fine. Mish mishkila. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we don't know what's going to happen. So I hope you guys are, take these theories to heart and understand, where they're coming from and what I'm talking about. Because it's just based on how the market functions and how the market focuses on one thing and then moves to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? And just understanding this whole, process we've been going through following the macro. And again, the earnings are part of that macro when we actually see that. But other than that, though, we don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe it happens early. Maybe it happens later. And you would be surprised. All it takes is, one random event to set things off or one random event to save things. Here's the best example. I'll give you the best example, and it's good because, it's the end of the year and we could give a little flashback right now. I think one of the craziest things that happened this year of how big it was, the scale, how it came out of nowhere, and then how it disappeared out of nowhere, Liz Truss in the United Kingdom, in the gilts. Huh? Come on. No. Japan was crazy. That shit was already crazy. Excuse me. Nah, the war was crazy, but low key, bro. They were like, oh, in the beginning of the year, they were like, Russia's going to attack. We were like, nah. And then the Olympics, and then they attacked. We were like, what? No. Think about Liz Truss. That is a true black swan. And I really want you to understand that because that is what I'm feeling for next year. Do you get what I'm saying? Where think about it, bro. It came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, bro, it went from we were worried about inflation, we were worried about this, the queen, this, so many different things. It was even in the midst, it was borderline around the time of even Bankman, if you think about it, bro. But just really, really think about it. That came out of nowhere. And then it threatened the gilt market, and then the bond market, then the yen, and then the dollar. And then it was pretty wild. Dude, you were on the cusp of something, and then it's gone. So that if that doesn't tell you what you should be prepared for, I hate to break it to you. I don't know what to tell you because that's what I'm expecting for next year. Where I'm just saying, we could have a lot of ideas. We know how to read the macro. There's gonna be a lot of opportunities, but it's just an event of that nature. Where, again, it doesn't have to be with UK. It could be somebody else. It doesn't have to be politically related or caused politically or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm saying just keep in mind where it's random stuff can occur out of nowhere, and it could also be fixed with whatever new solution that they bring up, all right? So I think that's a good one to leave it on, man. I hope you liked it. You guys did you like the live watch list? How was it? I think we had more people on last time. It's good, though. I think it's fine. I loved it, though. Thank you guys for interacting with me, man. For real. It's good because I don't have to edit this. So I just gave you this is a 39-minute watch list. Holy shit. Excuse me. But that was good, man. It wouldn't have been this long if y'all weren't in the game, bro. And again, I'm going to see y'all in the morning, man, anyways. But I really appreciate your guys' time. Y'all like it, though? Because I don't know. I want to post the videos next year, but maybe we do a couple more of these, and we'll see, man. But like I've been saying, man, let's get it, bro. I hope y'all know. I don't even care if y'all don't like us or not, but I hope y'all could judge us on what we doing out here, man, for real. We want to hook each other up, man, and, sharing thoughts and ideas and people who really want to be in this, in the right way, bro. It's one of the best things ever. So, listen, I just hope we could share next year together, and I hope you guys have been wise with it, and regardless, I don't care if you uprooted the money tree or not, bro. It's all about where you go from here. And honestly, some of y'all shouldn't be here. Y'all should have backed out a long time ago. If this year hadn't made you quit, man, it'd be an honor to ride with you next year, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys once again. And guess what? I'm going to see you in the morning, bro. Stop playing with me. I'm going to see you in the morning. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you again for your time. I'll see you in the morning, baby. And let's get it, man. It's game time. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate, healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember to be curious, baby. You got to be humble coming in the next year. Ain't nobody know it all. Anything could happen. You got to be prepared, and you could ask a lot of questions and always remain curious and don't feed the negativity demon, and you're going to be good, baby. You made it this far, and it wasn't for no reason. So, Chad, drink that water. Stay hydrated. Stay healthy. I'll see you in the morning. And it's live. I'm not even that awkward when it's live, huh? Yeah, what's good? It's good, bro? You like it? Yeah, it's good. Harder! Amen? Amen, baby. Let's get it. Chattadonia, I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and have a wonderful evening. And, for real, drink that water. You know what I'm saying? Stay healthy and all that. Amen? Amen. All right, man. Peace out.